Exogenic process. We have three words: weathering, mass movement, erosion. Now, whenever there is breakdown of rock, okay, we call it weathering. But one of the most important thing in weathering is in situ, means in that place. So if this is a rock, this rock should break in this place only with the transportation. You see, if you have transportation plus breakdown, then it is erosion. If this table we leave it for 1,000 years, there will be dust particles left. So in this place only, what is that called? Weathering. If I put this in a river, it keeps on hitting and breaks down into smaller particles. What is that called? Erosion. Okay. So here we use the term ex situ. That means outside the place. In situ means in that place. Okay. If there is only transportation, okay, without breaking and all, if there is only transportation due to gravity, see here we have like this, okay, it starts coming down. It is coming down due to gravity. That is called as mass movement. Okay, we have three words: weathering, mass movement, erosion. You write this. The word in situ, ex situ is important. Done. Next you write weathering. Weathering hyphen. It includes all the processes where there is disintegration and decomposition, of rocks in situ. See the two terms. Integration means bringing together, disintegration means removal. So this is about breaking. Decomposition means change in chemical composition. So one is changing physically, another one is changing chemically. So weathering is divided into three: physical, chemical, biological. Okay, biological, human beings comes into picture, or sorry, animals comes into picture. So you write below, first below this you write physical weathering. Hyphen. Whenever there is disintegration of rocks, without change in chemical composition, without change in chemical composition, then it is physical weathering. Without change in chemical composition, then it is physical weathering. Underline the word without change in chemical composition. Within this first one, you write types, freeze thaw or frost shattering. Freeze thaw or frost shattering. Yes. In temperate region, right, summers will be hotter, winter will be cooler. Summer, it is in water form. Winter, it will become ice. Okay. Now, let us say there is a crack. In the crack, rainwater accumulated. Later, what happened? It became ice. Water is the only liquid which will expand when it becomes ice. So, if you take 1 liter original Bisleri bottle, they will normally give gap above. Have you seen? Duplicate will fill and give. The reason is, I don't think more is there. So normally what is the case? Water expands by 10%. So when water expands by 10%, the gap will be filled. So if you take glass bottle and fill it with water, keep it in freezer. After 1 day, it would have broken down because water expands. Same way in the rocks also, summer season water, winter season ice. Alternatively, when it occurs, it leads to cracks in the rocks. Okay. Is it occurring in that place only? It is called as in situ. Okay. Physical weathering. First one is what? Freeze thaw. Freeze means cold, thaw means becoming hot. Frost means water becoming ice. Okay. You write below freeze thaw weathering or frost shattering. In temperate region, summers will be hotter and winter will be cooler. Winter will be cooler. Due to this, during summer season, water accumulate in cracks or joints. Next, during winter, it will form ice. will form ice. Full stop. As ice expands, cracks will be formed inside the rock, which leads to breakdown in situ. Draw this quiz. Done. Done. Second one, you right? Insolation weathering. Insolation weathering. So let's say we have a rock. During day. We are not talking about forest or anything. We are talking only about deserts. Okay. So there is no shadow or something. Now what happens when sun's rays will fall? Rock expands. Okay. This portion of the rock expands. Now, in the night, there will be contraction. Expansion, contraction. Expansion, contraction. Every day when you have expansion and contraction continuously, the layers of the rocks will develop cracks. Morning temperature is 40 degree, night temperature is less than 10 degree. So when you go for desert safari in the night, like they'll make you to stay. No one will be there, nothing will be there, but cracker sound will come. It's like they are breaking. Like that is because of insolation weathering. Okay, now you see, after one layer is removed, new surface will be exposed. So like this, what is going to happen? Slowly, the rock will be completely removed. Okay, so can you, in arid and semi-arid region, insolation weathering. In arid and semi-arid region means where rainfall will be less. Arid and semi-arid region, diurnal range, D-I-U-R-N-A-L, D-I-U-R-N-A-L, diurnal range of temperature is high. Diurnal means daily range of temperature. Diurnal range of temperature is high. Due to this, insolation penetrates into the rock. Insolation penetrates into the rock and it expands. During night, it would contract. Alternative expansion and contraction. Would lead to development of cracks. Full stop. As one layer is removed, another layer is exposed. Draw this. Fine. Third one. Expansion due to unloading. Imagine there is a rock deep inside and there is pressure on this rock from all the sides. Now, all of a sudden, if the above layers are eroded, okay, if wind or water has removed it, now the new layer will be exposed. You see, it is under pressure. All of a sudden, when you release the pressure, the rocks will develop cracks. That is how it is leading to weathering. You see? Can you see? The rocks have developed cracks, and these many rocks have broken down mainly because of what you see. It was under pressure, all of a sudden it is removed. Due to this, cracks have developed. Yes. You write below. When rocks are buried, B-U-R-I-E-D, buried, deep inside, it will be under great pressure. First, due to erosion, if above layers are removed, then pressure is released. And cracks develop in the rocks. Full stop. As one layer is removed, another layer will be removed. One layer is removed, another layer will be removed, called exfoliation. Fine? Because foliation means layers, exfoliation means removal of layers. Fine? Draw these two. Last unit, salt crystal growth within physical weathering. Salt crystal growth. Says in coastal areas, ocean water accumulates, okay, And then what happens? Water is evaporated, salts accumulate. Okay, so wherever cracks are there, you see, ocean water will accumulate, water is evaporated, salts are left behind. That salts will expand and contract. Due to that, what is going to happen? You will have weathering. Slowly, they start breaking like this. The entire rock will break. Here, the moment you see the word salt, in exam you may think it is chemical weathering. But here it is not changing the composition of the rock. It is expanding and contracting and breaking the rock. So it is which type? Physical. Right? In coastal areas, salt crystal growth. In coastal areas, due to evaporation, comma salt crystals are left behind. Due to evaporation, comma salt crystals are left behind, and it would accumulate in the cracks and expand. First, it doesn't change chemical composition. So it is physical weathering. Next paragraph. Subheading chemical weathering. See, you saw weathering. In weathering, we saw physical weathering. Okay. Now chemical weathering. Chemical weathering. Hyphen. It includes all the processes. Where there is decomposition of rocks. In situ. First one, oxidation. Oxidation. This oxidation is rusting. So if you have ferrous minerals, like it will rust. So now you tell rusting, iron becomes weaker, easy to break. Okay. So you're at first oxidation hyphen. If rocks have ferrous minerals, comma, it will be oxidized and rocks will become weak. Next, carbonation. If you have visited Araku Valley, you will have Borra caves like this. This is In buildings, you might have seen leakage when it occurs, drops of water keeps coming. If that leakage occurs for thousands of years, it will form like this. This won't be enough for thousands of years, but normally when limestone rocks are there, they normally undergo like this. It's easy to break. Okay, so you're right. Limestone reacts with carbonic acid to form calcium bicarbonate, which breaks easily. Calcium bicarbonate which breaks easily. Next, solution. When acid rain reacts with rocks, when acid rain reacts with rocks, it dissolves certain minerals. You see? It will be completely removed. Okay. Next, right? Biological weathering. If you have visited villages, old temples and all, you might see these. Right? So trees penetrate. So when trees penetrate like this, it will be physical breakdown. Sometimes on this, when grass, algae and all grows, it will be chemical. So it will be both physical and chemical. But organisms must be present. Then it is called as what? Biological. You right? When living organisms are involved in both physical and chemical disintegration, then it is biological weathering. All this is under weathering. Okay, what is weathering? Disintegration, decomposition in situ. Okay, here comes three: physical, chemical, biological. When there is disintegration, it is physical. When there is decomposition, it is chemical. When both are done by organisms, it is biological. Okay,